I think all these influencers are lying about being rich.
The reality of being a content creator with over 200,000 followers is I'm broke.
Jaclyn Hill is literally no different from any other influencer you have seen or are about to see on your For You page, mad because their pockets are hurting.
So a lot of these influencers and people nowadays, they take their quick little money, they spend it all, and they have a Lambo, and then they're broke in 6 months.
All the OG influencers were making $30,000 to $50,000 a month, and now they're broke and e-bagging on TikTok.
Before you become a full-time content creator, you need to take a financial literacy class.
Imagine making 6 figures a month, getting designer clothes, free meals, and luxury cars handed to you, and still going broke. Today we're covering celebrities and influencers who had every financial advantage imaginable and still blew it. Before we dive in, 97% of you watching my videos are not yet subscribed. If you enjoy videos like this, I make them 2, sometimes even 3 times a week. So hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Now let's get into the video.
I think all these influencers are lying about being rich. I'm almost at 1 million followers. Broke as fuck. Well, not broke, but like I go to my regular minimum wage job every single day, 5 days a week, clock in. That's how I pay all of my bills. Is that my thing? I did my taxes and I only got 3 brand deals this year, each for $2,000, which works out to like $500 extra a month. Amazing, gorgeous. I can never be happier. But I'm just saying $500 a month is not livable, you know, like, but I am super grateful for it. But I'm saying that's all that I got. Like, if you could see, you know. And I think just these influencers are lying to you. I think because they're either trying to sell you a course or tell you how great their life is after, you know, you've insulted them. But there's nothing up here. I'm up here now with everybody else. And I'm telling you that there is nothing up here. And the fuck is this?
I like this creator. She has an amazing personality. She is very content creator-esque, influencer-esque. Like, she is the person that you would think of because she's just very personable. But only 2,000 each. She had 3 brand deals. That's $6,000, as she said, $500 a month. She lives in Toronto, Canada. We know how expensive Toronto is. God bless y'all, please. Oh my goodness. I say it like every other video, but pray for Canada, y'all. Their wages are stagnant. So the fact that she doesn't even get brand deals is shocking to me. It's just oversaturated now, babe. There's so many influencers now. In 2014, there was only a few of us and most people made their bulk of money then. Have you noticed how their houses are empty? No, babe, you need a management. Natalia, they're selling it. Hope it helps. Oh no. And I don't believe it's oversaturation in Natalia's case because she has so many followers. She just needs, as that one comment said, you need management. And although you do give a cut to management, making $60,000 is better than the $6,000 that you made without management, right?
The reality of being a content creator with over 200,000 followers is I'm broke. I go viral literally every single week. Every week. I got like over 8 million views this past month. I have like loyal fans, you know, but I'm just like, yo, I had $101 in my bank account yesterday. Last month, the creator fund paid me like $70 because I make a lot of short form videos that aren't over 1 minute long. And I'm gonna keep saying this, like, people are not paying Black creators. I have fucking verified companies and businesses commenting on my videos trying to be relatable and shit. And it's just like, you guys won't fucking pay me. Like, it gets to a point, I'm getting like really frustrated because this has been my career for a while. Like, I used to make a lot more money on social media. And I feel like as my platform grows bigger and bigger, people get this idea that like, you must be doing very, very well, like even better than before. And I'm just like, dude, what?
The gasp, I gusp. 8 million views and having loyal fans and only $70 is criminal pay. That can't be overstated enough. It is very criminal to have 8 million views in that month and only get $70. She says, I used to make $2,000 to $4,000 with the creator fund. I miss it. That is incredible. $2,000 to $4,000 a month, now to 70.
Jaclyn Hill is literally no different from any other influencer you have seen or are about to see on your For You page, mad because their pockets are hurting. It is not our business nor responsibility to care about your personal finances. In 2025, when rent is sky high and interest rates are sitting on the moon, we supposed to be buying your merch? From someone who has experience with marketing, the one thing you know to never do is get mad at your audience. What are you doing? That has literally never worked for a business ever, getting mad at your audience. What do you think, you can bully people into buying your products?
The thing with Jaclyn Hill is also, she has been in this game for so long. So I believe she thought that the money would continue to keep rolling. And this woman has made millions. She became YouTube beauty guru it girl. She was that girl. But she did a lot of shady practices to get her money. She had allegedly, collabs with Morphe and other beauty brands where she would not disclose ads, which is something that's illegal according to FCC guidelines. She did a bunch of brand sponsorships. She had her own makeup line that's just, you could spend hours talking about how bad that line was, but essentially people found mold, the lipsticks weren't up to par, like it was gritty, or they would find little balls in the lipsticks, and it was just a little bit disgusting. I think she went away for a little bit, and now she's back on the TikTok. Every other video that she had essentially felt like an ad. And I did a more thorough investigation into Jaclyn Hill. So I have linked that below. I implore that you watch it because that is out of touch to a level of 10. She made so much money over the past 10 years and she never thought to save or invest it. If that's really true with Jaclyn Hill, then I don't know what's even going on logically there. Buying luxury items and a mansion instead of saving or investing is crazy work. Completely agree there. You can do both, but you can buy anything, right? But not everything. Unless you have like Elon Musk money, Bezos money, then you could probably buy the world.
So a lot of these influencers and people nowadays, they take their quick little money, they spend it all, they're not investing correctly, they don't have the right team, and they have a Lambo and then they're broke in 6 months. And you're like, oh, wait, did you need that car? Because you didn't have that car 6 months ago.
I think the problem is that there are so many influencers that blow up when they're like 17 or 20 and don't really have a concept of how much money they're making. And it won't always be like that. When you essentially just made it in life really early, can't relate, but good for you, you lose this concept of money. It's kind of like buying the cheat code to a video game where you start out with a huge pile of money and you're like, oh, well, this game isn't so much, it's not fun. But then when you run out of that money or you can't keep paying to build faster than others, then you're wondering why it's harder to do things. Well, you started really early and you got popular really early, but that doesn't mean you can maintain your popularity. People like Shane Dawson, iJustine, I don't know if they're still as popular as they once were. They were the OGs. Like the OG YouTubers don't have the same popularity as the new YouTubers.
Absolutely zero hate to Taraswrld, but girl, what the hell do you want us to do about the fact that you're going broke because you couldn't budget your $10 million a year that you made and you spent it all on a mansion and did an extra $1 million in renovations that you didn't need? And last time I checked, you also had bought a house in New York. It was an apartment, but like most people can't even afford one home. You've had two. You've also had 4 DUIs. You have, you live a life of privilege. You even claimed one time that you rented an entire jet and took all your friends on vacation and pretended a brand paid for it. Like, hello. And you went viral for crying about the $15,000 Harry Styles tickets and then being like, no, I'm finna be in the pit. Like, I'm finna be in the pit. I get that we all spend money on stupid stuff, but you spent so erratically to the fact that you're not going to be able to keep up with this lifestyle for much longer. And I just don't even know if I truly believe that she's broke. Honestly, maybe she just wants to get out of the OF game. I don't know.
My goodness, I'm so broke, I can't even afford my mortgage. So I'm gonna go to the tanning salon and I might get a gel manicure too. Oh, and I went to this super cute breakfast spot and I got $16 avocado toast for breakfast. It was so good. And don't forget about my oat milk latte, but I'll get a small because I'm so broke and I just cannot afford my $25,000 mortgage. Oh, the gym? Yeah, I have a gym membership. I pay $400 a month. And for some reason, brands hate me. I don't know why I'm not brand safe, even though I promote my OF in really scandalous ways. It's just not fair that because I'm not brand safe, I have to pay for my own festival tickets. Oh, but make sure you guys go subscribe to my OF because otherwise I'm just not going to be able to afford this mortgage. Oh, and don't forget to go buy a $20 lip balm from my failing cosmetics business. It will dry out your lips. I know from experience. And if you're lucky, I'll Venmo you back for your order because that's the only way I can incentivize people to buy my products. Now I gotta go have lunch with my personal assistant so we can talk about how broke I am and how I'm gonna rage bait to make more money.
There is so much into her lore, but essentially she's crying on the internet. Especially there was this long YouTube video that she had where she's just like upset that she can't afford her dream house that she purchased. I think it is like $25,000 to $30,000 a month, and she is an OF model. Right? To use the term a little bit loosely here. Realistically, she's actually not broke. She has money. And I don't even think she's being genuine about not being able to afford her house. And if she really couldn't, then girl, you need to either hustle some more or downgrade your house. Don't get on the internet crying to people who will never see the opportunities that you were just given. Of course you worked hard, but most people do work hard.
A lot of these celebrities and influencers may seem like they have a lot of money, but they don't. They live check to check just like everybody else. Some of them, not all of them, but a lot of the ones that portray these lifestyles like they always going on vacation and they always buying, certain, luxury brands and stuff like that. They don't have it like they portray that they have it online. 99% of these people are using y'all as the method. When y'all buy stuff from them, they use those funds to then go purchase the stuff that they told y'all that they have on hand. And then that's when they ship them out to y'all weeks and weeks later. And a lot of these gurus that be selling these courses, no matter what kind of course it is, all they do is just copy and paste from somebody else. They buy it from somebody else for, $500 to $1,000. And then they just memorize it and regurgitate it to y'all like they've been knowing it for XYZ amount of years. A lot of these people are staying in influencer and celebrity homes, which means that there are probably 10 of them in a 4-bedroom house. And a lot of people who have these exotic cars are pooling their money together and sharing these cars. So it's a different person driving that car every day of the week. So please stop feeling like you're behind for your age, because a lot of people are faking their lifestyles.
It reminds me of Ty Lopez, the guy, hey, it's me in my garage. A lot of that was him actually faking wealth before I believe he got wealth, and now I think he's in turmoil now. I don't know what's going on with his story, but at the beginning of his story, he would show off this big mansion that he was in order to sell you a dream. These influencers are faking stuff. I don't know if it would necessarily be 95%, but after we saw that one girl who's like, yeah, I have almost a million followers, and I only got 3 brand deals. That is incredibly low to get. There are people who are like, yeah, I'm a micro influencer and I make 10K a month doing UGC. Are they just lying to you in order to actually get money from you and not from the brands that they say that they're getting money from? It's like there's just this facade of people being authentic with you, telling you how much they're making, but it's not real. None of it's real. People are lying to you every day. It's horrible.
Did y'all see that video of that girl asking how all the OG influencers were making $30,000 to $50,000 a month and now they're broke and e-begging on TikTok? Like, what happened to all that money? So as somebody who accumulated over 2.5 million subscribers on YouTube back in 2015, and I was literally living in LA, so I witnessed a lot of this, I'm going to give you guys the breakdown on what happened with that money. I can't speak for everybody, obviously, but just what I've seen. When I moved out there, I thought I was pushing it with my $2,000 1-bedroom apartment, but I had people living in the same building, just at the top floor. I was on the 3rd floor, but they were at the top floor paying $20,000 a month. And then I had some friends that lived in mansions just for the sole purpose of wanting to be able to throw parties and have people come over and make content in there. Literally paying people's yearly salaries, like $30,000, $40,000 a month just to rent this huge house. So for those of you that were also wondering, like, why do a lot of these influencers have big houses, but they're fucking empty? Not even joking, to get some good quality furniture in there, it's gonna cost you like $500,000. And don't even get me started on their Uber ego. It's like people reach a certain amount of followers and all of a sudden they can't use Uber X. Yeah, we can't pull up to this party in a Prius. Order at Uber Black. Why would we spend $250 to pull up to a party when we could spend $19.99? Half the cars that you see these people whipping around are rentals, and they're spending like $300, $500 a day just to whip it around and try to act like they're somebody they're not.
Jeffree Star stays on TikTok Live. You know he's hurting for money. Okay, so Jeffree Star is selling his mansion, all of his bags, designer goods, cars, moving to Wyoming, and sitting on TikTok Live panhandling all day. Okay, I have never seen Jeffree Star panhandling on TikTok Live. I thought he was doing well. Apparently not. So let's see if I can find some clips of what that is even about.
Majority people get it, because I am an e-commerce store. So my TikTok page, minus all the fun lip syncs and makeup reviews, I am a e-commerce store, right? So when I go live, a lot of the times, I am selling products for hours. QVC is what our parents used to watch when we were little kids. They turn it on. There's some old lady showing off a diamond bracelet for $79.99.
Absolutely, darling.
And or the face cream and the Mary Kay and all that. So now it's TikTok. And if anyone's making fun of me, they're a fucking fool, because this is the future of beauty.
100%.
So, but we'll get into the battling and what else the app has to offer, yes. But at the core of what I do, people don't know, because there's new people that are going to watch that maybe don't know who I am.
Everyone knows who you are.
TikTok is, I was trying to be modest, fuck.
No humility here.
But like, it's really... People are there. 3 million people go live a day, and there's millions and millions of people. Yeah, whether they have 1 viewer or 10,000, that app is booming. And they make so much money off these creators. But we are a store. So when I'm live selling, whether I'm with a co-host or I'm by myself, people are ordering.
When an influencer's money ain't hitting the way it used to, where the checks is not rolling in, I'm not saying that they're broke, but the input is, getting very close to the output. Okay, they need some money quick. Because do y'all remember the OG YouTuber Nicole Guerrero? She was a beauty guru, over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. All her videos did numbers. Like, She had collabs with, the high-end makeup brands that would sell out. Everybody loved this makeup guru, right? I started to turn a little side eye at her because she's a beauty guru and she did a collaboration with the Army. I didn't even know that armies collaborated with influencers, let alone a beauty influencer, somebody who sits and does makeup, right? Content creators and influencers, they've fallen off because they refuse to, adapt with all the new social medias coming out. They just think that their name will carry them forever, and it just doesn't. And so now she's come out with her own line, her own company, where she's selling a single candle for $60.
Jason Nash and so many other influencers just living on live every day. Jason Nash, a part of David Dobrik's vlog squad or whatever. And I think he was complaining to David that he has no money. He has this, I think has a house in Beverly Hills or something, somewhere in California, in the nice area of California. And David's like, haha, I really don't care. I mean, one, because in my personal opinion, David is maybe a little bit narcissistic, a little sociopathic, doesn't really have a lot of empathy, in my personal opinion, from what I've seen over the years of what I've also heard and just watched of his content. But Jason was probably also making a lot of money with David, so he has no excuse to not have money. He should have invested his money. This is why we're saying literacy for people, influencers, content creators, is incredibly important. Reason why I have not donated on TikTok at all. Again, if I am not going to be donating to people who I saw make it, there was nothing that really catastrophic that happened to them, filing bankruptcy because of medical bills or some other emergency that occurred. It was really just your overspending, and that's why you're broke. I do have a lot of empathy for people, but for people who actually really tried, you never invested your money, you never really saved your money, you blew money on mansions and houses. At least Jeffree started to downgrade. Some of you just are really trying to hold on to what you have, and you need to downgrade. Normal people have to downgrade all the time. It happens to everyone. You had every opportunity to invest and you just didn't do it.
Before you become a full-time content creator, you need to take a financial literacy class. I bought a house within my means after doing this full-time since 2019. I bought my house in 2025, and yes, I paid it off in full. I completely own my house. But the amount of content creators that have been doing this for as long as me or longer than me that blew so much money on private jets, designer bags, dumb shit that they didn't need, and now they're online doing crazy shit to make money to pay for a house that they weren't able to afford to begin with. Just because you have $100,000 that you could put down on a $5 million house doesn't mean that you should do that when you don't have a salary.
It also reminds me of people who came from nothing and then went on to become superstars. For example, rappers such as MC Hammer, I believe he did file bankruptcy because he got so much money, he thought it would keep pouring in. Well, I think he's a one-hit wonder. People from the 90s, please tell me if I'm incorrect about that statement. I remember my parents would be like, yeah, MC Hammer made so much money from this one song and now he's broke. I'm like, dang. Or 50 Cent, fortunately for him, he did go broke at some point, but then got a resurgence and was able to get more money. Hopefully he now has actual accountants and people to manage his money that are actually trustworthy. Not that he necessarily trusts them, but they're genuinely trustworthy people, because some of these fiduciaries aren't fiduciarying, right?
Controversial opinion, but I think that most influencers are going to end up going broke, and I'm going to explain to you why I know this. I'm saying most, not all. Just keep that in mind. It's pretty comparable to being an athlete, a famous athlete. Just keep that in mind while I'm speaking. I went to an event 7 years ago, and this lives just rent-free in my mind. It was hosted by a popular Instagrammer called The Fat Jewish, and at this event, he explained that what happens to famous people is one of two things. Either your platform is fleeting, so think eventually in sports, you retire or you might get an injury, but think of for influencers like Vine, that what happened to Vine, or TikTok potentially getting banned in the US. The other thing is that you might be fleeting. Hey, you might get canceled. You might not want to do this forever. You might retire. You might not want to make YouTube videos for the next 30 years. So one of those two things can happen to you. How many influencers do you know, or athletes do you know, that have really stayed relevant long term? It's a very small proportion of them, right? Think of someone in athletics that's still famous. They're probably doing something to keep themselves relevant. If we think of Shaq, went and did a billion different things to stay relevant. But that's not every athlete that you can think of. That's not every person that's ever been on a sports team. It's a very small number. And that's why I say I think most influencers will go broke. It ties into my third point. What did Shaq do differently that kept him relevant versus any other athlete, and how you as an influencer can do something different? The Fat Jewish at this event spoke about how it was so important to build other streams of income because he knew he wouldn't stay relevant forever, whether it was because of the platform shutting down or him just not wanting to do it.
Jason Nash, the old guy from David Dobrik Group, is dead ass broke, and his influencer friends make jokes about it. Kinda sad, not gonna lie. I do dislike that his friends make fun of him. It's one thing to not be someone's friend and make fun of them, but to make fun of your actual friends where you are definitely richer than your broke friend who really did not make wise financial decisions. 100%, I invest close to 70% of my income post-taxes, and another reason why my husband will stay in law. That's incredible, 70%? I mean, if they're lawyers or in the legal profession, you're probably making bank, probably stressed, but also probably making so much money, oh my goodness. Not to mention many influencers that get popular in high school tend to skip higher education so they have no degree or work experience to fall back on if social media does not pan out. Right, it's a catch-22. You made a bunch of money in your youth, but what if you don't want to do it anymore or do the same sort of content anymore, or you don't adapt quick enough and now your content's not making money but you have no skills? Now you have to go start later in life, which people do all the time, but you didn't have that real work experience.
The hardest part of being a content creator isn't being a content creator, it's becoming a content creator. And that is where I think that it is so hard for people like myself to find success in this industry unless you are a Nepo baby or someone who was just born into wealth, because for me, I wasn't. And I had to work every single day and get home from work and say, I want to be a creator. And even though I'm exhausted and I got up at 7 a.m., I got on the subway to go to work at 8, and I got home at 6. All I want to do is put my fat ass on the couch and eat sushi. I have to lock in and post 2 videos a day.
The hardest part of being a content creator isn't being a content creator, it's becoming a content creator. Exactly, as I'm learning, it's a little bit difficult. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. That is very hard. I'm so close, but it is what it is. As someone with a 9-to-5 and multiple passions, I feel like time to make content is definitely raw. 100%. Also, those with $25,000 but engaged followers have more impact than those with 100,000 sometimes. It's happening to me right now, and I'm trying to get more community-based audience. It's work. I like having a community-based audience. Like some of you are always in my comments. Hello. And it's kind of fun to chat back and forth with you guys.
The reason that a basic white girl can make $250,000 off of a video she makes in an hour from her bedroom is not because she is better or smarter or cooler or, you know, more highly favored than any of us. It's because she has a strong distribution channel. A distribution channel is just anything that has eyeballs on it. The side of the bus, the random public trash can in the Philly park, billboards that are on the highway, all of that is eyeballs. And the reason eyeballs matter is because of conversion rates, okay? So if 100,000 people see your brand, only 1% of them on average is going to purchase whatever that product is. Only 10% will maybe even come into your store. Like, it's very low odds, so you need to see a lot of eyeballs. Influencers have, on top of just a strong distribution channel, the ones who get paid the most, also have a personal brand and a strong conversion rate. Creators provide 3 things: a distribution channel, personal brand and ambassadorship with a unique audience, and all of the production. That is why they are making so much money, and honestly, should probably be making more because of all the production that they're doing.
So true. People don't realize a creator with 1 million followers promoting a $50 product to 50,000 people is $2.5 million. That's how Jaclyn Hill really made her money. It wasn't just YouTube payouts from AdSense, which she probably made a lot of before the adpocalypse, right? She was making big fat dollars, so do not feel bad for her. Not to mention her like in every other video that we watch here. Money in content creation is out of this world. Also, brands wouldn't pay gift commission unless it actually worked in return from them. It's a channel, not a charity. That's true, business is business. At the end of the day, it seems like being an influencer, a celebrity, isn't all that it's cracked up to be. So what do you think? Are these influencers and celebrities entitled? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you dislike it, and I'll see you in the next one. If you're liking videos like these, YouTube seems to think you'll like this next one.